Small trading village there at the fall of the mighty James, and I have been most proud and honored in these years past to serve the good people of Louisa as well as Hanover counties within the old House of Burgesses, which, if it is not known to you, served as our colonial legislature when we still suffered under British tyranny and oppression. I did so for nearly 10 years, being first elected in 1765. And then later, after our final dissolution by Dunmore, I was very pleased to represent all Virginia at the first two sessions of the Grand Congress in Philadelphia City. Though happily I was recalled from that place last August, I did not care for Philadelphia, that I might return here to Williamsburg to assume command of the Virginia Army, at that time just being raised up, as first colonel of the 1st Virginia Regiment and commander-in-chief of the whole. I have since that time resigned my commission, and it is still with some considerable awkwardness that I state before such a splendid and polite company as this one is. It was just 3 weeks ago that I was appointed to serve as the first elected governor of the Commonwealth, and I shall endeavor to serve you diligently and well. We must be ever vigilant in the cause of liberty. But I must confess to you that at its ultimate consideration, I too was given some pause to proceed to independence. For I had need to ask, what is there to recommend us to victory against the mightiest army and navy this world has ever seen? We cannot win without an alliance to the French or the Spanish, and as yet, no such alliance has been effected. How then can we possibly know success? But now I believe that the course which puts at stake the lives and fortunes of you, the people, must be of your own act, and your will is certainly known. Your now apparent spirit is as a pillar of fire, and that will lead us to the promised land. For as I proclaimed in a previous convention, 3 millions of Americans armed in the holy cause of liberty are invincible by any force which our enemy can send against us. At this moment, all America turns her eyes and ears to Virginia to see how once again we will lead them. Our colleagues at Congress daily plead with us as regards independence. Where stands Virginia? South Carolina has already voted to allow her delegates at Congress to vote for independence should it be proposed. North Carolina has instructed her delegates to vote for independence for all America. Rhode Island passed an act denying any authority to the king. Massachusetts Bay has ordered her delegates to vote for independence when it is proposed. My friends, America, and indeed all the world, wait upon Virginia not one moment longer. She is now ready to answer that call. To present the newly elected delegate representing the city of Williamsburg, I present to you Mr. Edmund Randolph. Mr. Randolph?
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Citizens of Virginia, I now present to you the preamble and resolutions of the 5th Virginia Convention, adopted this day, May 15th, 1776. Forasmuch as all the endeavors of the United Colonies, by the most decent representations and petitions to the King and Parliament of Great Britain, to restore peace and security to America under the British government, instead have produced increased insult, oppression, and a vigorous attempt to effect our total destruction. By late act, all these colonies are declared to be in rebellion and out of the protection of the British Crown. Our properties are subjected to confiscation. Fleets and armies are arrayed, and the aid of foreign troops engaged to assist these destructive purposes. In this state of extreme danger, we have no alternative left but to submission to the will of these overbearing tyrants, or a total separation from the Crown and government of Great Britain, uniting and exerting the strength of all America for defense and forming alliances with foreign powers for commerce and aid in war. Wherefore, appealing to the searcher of hearts, and that we are driven by the eternal laws of self-preservation, resolved unanimously, the delegates appointed to represent this colony in General Congress be instructed to propose to that respectable body to declare the United Colonies are free and independent states.
Yay!
Upon the Crown or Parliament of Great Britain, that they give the assent of this colony to such declaration, and to whatever measures may be thought proper and necessary by the Congress for forming foreign alliances and a confederation of the colonies, provided that the power of forming government for and the regulations of the internal concerns of each colony be left to the respective colonial legislatures.
Right so.
Resolved unanimously that a committee be appointed to prepare a declaration of rights and such a plan of government as will most likely to maintain peace and order in this colony and secure substantial and equal liberty to the people. Friends, as you can see, we have already struck the flag of tyranny and in his place have already raised high the colors of these free and independent American states.
So with that, my friends, let us offer up 3 rousing cheers to General George Washington and victory to American arms. Hip, hip!